This is TWiT.
The Cloud Act, which was essentially snuck into the big $1.3 trillion omnibus spending bill, which both houses of Congress passed last Thursday. I saw a picture of this thing sitting on a table next to our president, who was announcing it's like it was at least 18 inches high of printed paper. And I don't know why. I mean, it's horrific to imagine that that's the legislation. I think it was 2,200 pages. Anyway, this was first introduced. This notion of the Cloud Act was first introduced in the middle of February, and it's sort of languished because, because we needed more time to think about it. It's regarded as the government's response to Microsoft's refusal 5 years ago to turn over U.S. citizens' data, which was residing in their cloud servers in Ireland. So cloud, it's cleverly named acronym, CLOUD, is actually, it stands for Clarifying Lawful Overseas Use of Data. And in this case, we can imagine what clarification amounts to. The EFF has been blowing a gasket over this, as you can imagine, ever since it surfaced. They consider, and their page on this calls this a backdoor to the U.S. Constitution's Fourth Amendment, which was our protection against unwarranted search and seizure. Essentially, what this, as you've been saying, Leo, and I just wanted to bring it to our listeners' attention, this is now law. This Cloud Act was slipped into this must-pass budget spending bill in order to make this law, and this effectively eliminates the need for search warrants or probable cause for obtaining U.S. citizens' data stored offline online overseas. And as a consequence, and also it supports international cross-border treaties so that we're able to make foreign citizens' data available to other governments. And of course, in a treaty, they're able to make U.S. citizens' data available. So anyway, this has got a lot of privacy watchers and security people very much up in arms and upset. Although, we already had this. As I understand it, this international treaty mechanism in place. Obviously, it wasn't clear. Thus, the clarification and Microsoft's ability 5 years ago to argue against agreeing to produce this data that was stored offshore. I think that in the future, the law we have now says, sorry, we're not going to be able to provide that protection to our customers. Did you have anything more, Leo? About this?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a lot, but don't know what you do.
It's unfortunate.
Right through.
Yep.